This is the one where we split the animation up, and remember I kept Hector and I pulled the script apart like that, so we're back to that one, and all the other bits and pieces have gone. So if you want to just do that, what we're going to do is we're going to use the arrow keys to move Hector about. But first things first, I'm going to get a different backdrop. I'm going to get, it's here somewhere, I can find it, this one, the driveway. Okay, they can stay there if you want. We don't really need them for this project, so we'll get rid of them. So now we've got Hector sitting there. Now at the moment you can't see Hector, so first things first is we'll do a quick show to get him back. There he is, and then we'll put this here, and there's Hector doing his thing. And there's only one costume, so we don't have any animation yet. So first things first, let's create a second Hector. And he's still not doing anything, so we'll stop the script, and the quickest way to make him look like he's doing something is just to take the second dog and flick it over, and now when you run it, he looks like he's up to something, which is good. Alright, now that script will make Hector a bit smaller, and let's have a look at what that looks like. Yeah, that's probably a bit better. Okay, and we might see what that looks like. Yeah, that's pretty good. And we could maybe double that. I'm trying to set up the scripts for the arrows once. Okay, and he could come down the screen a little bit, so the other thing we can do is we can change the value of the Y, which would take it down the screen. So if we make that -2, then let's see how that works. Yeah, he comes down a bit, and because we're going to use the up arrows, we're going to get rid of that, and you'll see why. So okay, and the other thing we're going to do is we'll do that. So that's a starting point for Hector, but over here is where we're going to actually do something. So we don't need to wait. When the down arrow is pressed, we go, so I've hit that, I'm now hitting the down arrow, and every time I hit it, Hector comes towards us, and if I keep hitting it, he just keeps coming towards us, and he'll just disappear eventually. Okay, so that's the first part. Now I'm going to rename my costumes, and you'll see why. I'm going to rename this one Down 1, and I'm going to rename this one Down 2. Alright, and you'll see we need that in a moment. So when down arrow key pressed, do that. We can duplicate this like so, change that to up arrow. Alright, and still go to next costume, but this time we're going to change the size. We want it to get smaller as he goes up the screen, and we want the Y to get up as well. So let's see how that looks. Down, 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 down arrow. I'm hitting the down arrow. I'm now hitting the up arrow. Okay, so down arrow and up arrow. So of course we probably want Hector to turn round when he goes up and down, and that's the reason why we did this naming system. So I'm going to duplicate, and I'm going to duplicate. Okay, and this one I'm going to call up 1, and this one I'm going to call up 2, and then I'm going to do a little bit of artwork, actually deleting a lot of stuff. Whoops, no, we don't want to get rid of the body. The eyes, the nose, you can leave that the way it is. we can send them back. Send that one back. Tail could come forward. Down maybe like that. And they could be the back feet. Alright. And we do the same for the other side. So we could duplicate. In fact, there's probably a quicker way would be just to duplicate that. It's now called up 2 and flick it over. So now we've got up 1 and up 2. Now if I just run this like that, you can see what's happening. It's running through all 4 costumes as you'd expect. So we need to get a little bit more precise with our script. So in the down arrows keys pack we need an if statement. So if, and then we want to switch to costume. So we're either going to switch to costume something or other and switch to costume something or other. We'll just keep that aside for a minute. So these costumes are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we're using the down arrow, we want 1 or 2. So if costume number equals 1, if costume number equals number 1, then we want to switch to down 2. Otherwise we want to switch to costume down 1, and then we want to do our thing. Okay, this one over here, same story. Put that down there like that, get rid of that. We could duplicate this, so I'll keep them aside. Duplicate, put that up there, and then put that back, put that back. This time it's going to be costume 3. So if we hit the up arrow and it's 3, we want to go to up 2, otherwise we want to go to up 1. Alright, now let's see what we've got. Righto, going down, down arrow, up arrow, there he goes, down arrow, up arrow. Okay, of course the next most logical thing is side arrow, so we'll do that in the next lesson.